Well, hello and welcome to Inspirations by Insight. Have you ever desired something so bad? You knew that you had this desire, you prayed, you did everything, you followed all the rules, everything you knew to do, and it still didn't work. Maybe you even added fasting and it still didn't work. Well, stick around to the end because in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you easy ways that you can get your desires through the power of creative visualization. If you're new here, take a second, introduce yourself in the comment section. We started out talking about our feelings and how our feelings are so important in manifesting the things that we desire. The best explanation I've heard is the one that Bob Proctor gave, is that feelings is the conscious awareness of the vibration that you are in. Our emotions are so important when we're desiring to manifest things into our life. Think about where you are right now today. Your emotions got you the life that you are living right now, and your emotions can also get you out of the life that you are in right now. How? The truth is, we do not manifest the things that we want. We manifest who we are. And in the last video, I shared with you using the acronym POWER, how you can get yourself from feeling so negative about the things that you're desiring. Maybe you're desiring to manifest something and you're having all this doubt, anxiety, and fear, disappointment, or how to get yourself from that negative feeling to positive. And if you cannot get to positive right away, you can at least be in neutral. And in this video today, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can see the end of your manifestation and experience it not later, but now. So stick around and this is going to be so good for you. I have manifested my business, my family, my life before I even got into it. I saw my dream clients. I like to call them my soulmate clients before they ever came to work with me. I saw them. I manifested them before they ever even came. So let me ask you a question. How do you want the end to be? How do you want that future, that dream, how do you want the end to be? See it now. Enjoy it and experience that end not later, but now, through the power of creative visualization. You can actually see it now, feel it now, hear it now, touch it now, live in it now. When you have a desire, your job is not to start figuring out how it's going to work out. Your job is to see the end, experience the end, and live in the end now. When you hear about techniques of manifestation, all those techniques are trying to do for you is to get you to think it, believe it, feel it. That's just all the techniques do for you. You can start experiencing the end right now without even taking the first step. Now, people will ask me why. If you're desiring to manifest a home, for instance, if you're desiring to manifest a home, or let me just use $1 million, because that's usually a lot of people want to manifest $1 million. Let me ask you a question. How would you feel the moment you look at your bank account and you see those 6 zeros, and maybe not two digits in front of it, that might be, or 3 or 4, or however, when you see those 6 zeros, how would you feel? What would be your first reaction? Who would you call? What would you say to them? How would they feel? And how does what they're feeling, how would that affect you? How would that make you feel? What would happen in your life when this finally happens? 3 ways to make it easy, because there's so many ways. I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. See it, which means see the end. Feel it. Overload yourself with emotions, all the emotions that you would be feeling when this finally happens. Start living in it immediately. Not when it happens, but now. Start experiencing the end now. Start feeling that joy, start feeling that appreciation, start feeling that gratitude, because the truth is, what you want wants you. There's everything that you desire in this life, it's already in existence. Dare to assume you already have it. The law of assumption dares to assume that the desire that you already have exists already. If you want to know more about the law of assumption, type it in the chat and I can explain that in details in a separate video. We do not have to wait for facts and figures to verify or validate our dreams. We see it now, we believe that it's ours now, and we live in it now. Because if you're waiting for it to happen, it means that you're living in the lack of it. It means you're not living in the abundance of it. But if you live in the having of it right now, that is what you're going to have more of. That's what you're going to see. And that desire is real. Because remember, absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. The beginning is the end, and the end is the beginning. I will leave you with this scripture today. As it is written, God who quickeneth the dead and calleth those things that be not as though they were. So I'm going to leave you with a challenge today to pick a desire. Start with something small. You're starting with something small not because it means anything. It's just going to help you to build your faith towards the bigger things. To God, there is no big desire or small desire. A desire just is a desire. It's not going to take more effort to give you $5 than it is to give you $1 million. You have to believe this. It's true. A desire is a desire. The reason why I say start with a smaller thing is because your mind is going to want to play some tricks. So when you start with something small, you're able to control and curtail your mind to get it to do what you want. And then you start building from there. And then what we're going to do is use the 3 steps I shared with you here. See the end, feel the end, and live in the end. And the acronym that I formed for this is SOS, which means see the end, which is the thing that you desire. See it. The second, the O there is for overflow with emotions. Allow yourself to overflow with emotions. That is the O, overflow with emotions, which is the feel part of it. See it, feel it. And then 3, the S stands for start living in it now. Don't wait till you see the 3 zeros. What I've done in the past is actually take a screenshot of my bank account and add the zeros that I want to see and put it on my wallpaper and start living in it now. You can do that too. Asking yourself the question, what would you be doing when this finally happens? Where would you be when this happens? How would you feel when this happens? Who am I going to react? Who am I going to call? Who's my first person to call? I know who I'm going to call first. I have lived through this so many times that I know who I'm going to call. I know what I'm going to say. I even know how I'm going to scream. I know, I even feel the emotion of it right now as I share this with you. Play this scene over and over in your mind, living in it now. Then the last thing is, what is one act that you would do if that were true today? If you're believing for a child, maybe. If you had a child today, what would you do? Would you go buy a bassinet? Would you go buy something? You can go buy a beep, even if it's a beep. Go buy one today. If you're believing for a car, did you go buy a list food rug for the car today and bring it home and celebrate it and enjoy it and live in the reality of it now? Could you do that? I just got so excited thinking about it because I know that this thing is for real. It works. So I'm excited to hear how this little challenge that we're going to do goes for you. Make a choice today not to think from what you want, but rather feel from what you already have. Make that choice today. As usual, I always want to know what showed up for you as you listen to this video. Type in the comments. Let me know if you like this video. Go ahead and hit the like, subscribe to this channel, share this content with someone that you know will be blessed of it. I am committed, before the close of this year, to bring you quality content Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Till we see again, keep living in an atmosphere of